Saudits. It's Becca Switzer with Roof Sales Mastery, author of Diamonds in the Sky. Once again, still in the car. We've got like 3 hours in the car today. So Zane and I are just crushing some videos, answering your emails, messages, stuff like that. And today, I want to address an email and a comment that I get far too often. Especially from like newer salesmen, I'll get emails that say things like, hey Becca, I'm working in Atlanta, Georgia, I just started selling. Can you give me some tips for door knocking? Or what's your biggest tip for closing? Can you just give me some tips? I'm getting started out there selling roofs. And I love all of you and I'm glad that you asked me questions and stuff like that. But to be honest, that's one of my least favorite questions on the planet. Why? Because my biggest tip is get formally and legitimately trained. I can't give you one thing that's going to change your life and give you results when it comes to sales training. Think about the sales process, because the sales process is a start to finish thing. It's A to Z. It's when you knock doors, what you say at the door, how you handle the objections you're going to get at the door. Like, I already have a roofer. I'm just going to call my insurance company. Can't you just leave me a bid? My husband already looked at it. We don't have any damage, blah, blah, blah. And then how you do the inspection, how you present the damages, and then word for word, so crucial, what you say on your sales presentation to prevent objections, help them be like, this is a no-brainer, of course I'm going to sign with you, handle objections if they do come up about the deductible and things like that. It's a full process. Just like a car is made up of hundreds of parts. It's not one thing. If you said, Becca, I'm going to be going on a road trip here, can you give me the most important car piece? It doesn't matter if I give you the fucking engine. You're not going to get anywhere. You need the whole car. You need the whole piece, right? There's a transmission and there's a steering wheel and there's tires and there's a gas tank and all those things. I can't say, well, probably the most important pieces are the gas tank and the engine, because that's not true. The mirrors are equally important. The tires are equally important. How can you pick one important piece? So guys, especially when you're getting started, there is no such thing as just getting a tip here and there. The truth is, if you are not fully trained start to finish, you're going to have problems. And certainly, there are people who go out there and they just go out there and they kill themselves and they just grind and they knock hundreds of doors and they beat their head against the wall and they get some results, and eventually they do pick up tips here and there. But that is an arduous process. Wouldn't you rather, in a couple of days, be fully trained, know exactly what to do, exactly what to say the whole way through, and hit the ground running? That's how you do it. So guys, when you email me and you say, can you give me a tip? Give me your best tips or some tips to get started. My tip for you is train yourself. And guys, I know that there are a lot of companies out there that don't really provide formal training because they don't have the resources or whatever, they don't have my programs. And so you show up and they literally say to you, we'll follow Tim around here. Tim's been doing this for about 1.5 years. Listen to him. He's pretty good. Take notes, record it on your phone, and then here's a stack of contracts. Get out there, knock as many doors as you can. It's a numbers game. Okay, that's one way to do it. But there's also, here's my house and here's my next door neighbor. And then here's my whole neighborhood. If you told me I had to go to my next door neighbor's house over here, I could go all the way around my city and come back and then land at my neighbor's house, which is one way to do it. Take a lot of time and energy. Or I can walk next door. It's right there. That's what training does for you. So help yourself. Okay, if your company doesn't provide training, take initiative. This is your career. It's your life. It's your results. Don't sit around and wait for somebody to hand you everything you need. Sometimes you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're the one that has to help yourself. So if you have to invest a couple $100 to get yourself trained, so be it. These jobs that you get are going to put $1,000 in your pocket at least, each of them. And every door you knock on that you don't line up that could have been yours but you sucked, you're waving goodbye to $1,000. Every time you get that appointment but you sit down and you don't get them to sign the contract, you're waving goodbye to $1,000. You're spending the money right now anyway. You might as well spend it to make yourself money. Don't lose it. Invest it in yourself. So that's my best sales training tip. I hope that kind of rang a bell with you guys. And again, I have my Roof Sales Accelerator. which is for brand new people. Like, it's Roof Sales 101 online. There's the Advanced Sales and Supplement Training Program. That's like my flagship, most famous sales training program. There's a lot of different options for you guys with payment plans and stuff too. You will get results following it. I'd love to have you on board. Keep it classy out there, guys. Visit my website, www.roofsalesmastery.com. You can sign up right there on the website for any program that you want. And as always, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you do have specific questions, you can email me, Becca@roofsalesmastery.com. Sometimes Zane is going to reply because I have so many emails now. I'm one human being and I can't possibly stay on top of them all. But we'll help you out. We'll make sure we get you rocking and rolling out there. So adios, amigos. Love you guys. We'll catch you soon. Bye.